recording. Okay, all right. Oh, let's go start from lying down. Let's have a pillow or something to so where you can place your head. I hope the light is kind of okay, but good enough, I think. All right, bend your knees always. That helps to release tension on your lower back. And just have the chin slightly tucked in. Just take a moment here. I'm going to adjust this a little bit more there. And with the chin tucked in, helps to lengthen the back of the neck and have your feet wide as your hips and palms facing down. And make sure you have room in between the shoulder blades and the chin slightly tucked in into your chest. And from here, let's take a few rounds of breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Taking the time to appreciate the in breath and the out breath. And if you can, focus mainly on your lower abdomen to feel the inhales and exhales on your lower abdomen even better, because that tells you that you are going into your parasympathetic system. In other words, your mind is slowing down and your body is slowing down as well. Breathing in and out, ballooning the belly out with the inhale. And exhale, deep, sink the belly into the spine. And just take a few more rounds like this. Then from here, pick up the feet off the mat and guide the thighs into the chest to stretch your lumbar spine. And lower the hands down, extend the legs up to the sky, and flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Just some movement there. The feet and ankles and calf muscles are very welcoming for me. And then rotating in one direction and opposite direction. Lower the right foot down with the knee bent and hug from the hamstrings and bend the knee to release the heel down. And then gently open the left knee out and then slightly in. Out and in. Out and in. And then back to neutral position and straighten your left leg up to the sky. Flex and drop the heel. And up. Flex and down. Up. Flex and down. And again, gently open the knee out and in, out and in, out and in, and again straighten the leg up, flex and lower, up to the sky, flex and down, one more, and then lower your left foot down and do the same thing opposite side. So hug from the hamstring and open the knee out and in, out and in, out and in, straighten the leg up, flex and release the heel. Inhale, straighten, flexing down, up to the sky, release, and then right knee out and in. 2 more rounds, gently mobilizing the hip joint. And then back through center, straighten the leg up to the sky, flex and lower, up, down, one more, up, down, and then hug both legs and gently press the thighs into the chest. Release lower back, release slightly, and then make circle with your knees together in one direction and then the opposite direction. Just some movement there. There you go. Shawnee is joining. Going one direction Gently massaging, massaging your lower back and then opposite direction. And then extend both legs up to the sky. Flex and drop the knees. Up to the sky. Flexing down. One more. And then keep the feet together, hands to your knees, and open both knees out and in. Out. And we're still warming up the body. So be gentle with this. And again, repeat legs up to the sky. Flexing down. Up. Down. One more. Up. Down. And then hands to the knees. One more. Open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Close. One more. And then slowly release. Feet down the width of your hips and heels under the knees. We're going to come into gentle bridge, not too super high. Inhale, lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up and down. Up, down, up, and down. Keep the hips down now. Bring the arms overhead. Reach through the fingertips. And exhale, hands down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine through the fingertips, arm overhead. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, reach and lengthen the spine, gently arching the spine, and then hands down. 3 rounds of bridge, gentle bridge. Lift the bridge up, and exhale, lower, and up, and down. One more. Up, down. Keep the hips down. Now the arms are coming with inhale overhead, and exhale down, up and overhead, and exhale down. One more. Up and overhead, and exhale, release. Now let's roll over to one side. I'm coming into my left side for Buddha pose, and just have some protection here if you need to. So I'm going to have the feet together. We're going to open the knee out and then straighten the leg up to the sky. Flex the knee, feet together, and the right knee comes to join your left. Open the right knee up, extend the arm up to the sky. Flex, feet together and knees together. One more. Open the clamshell, straighten the leg up to the sky. Flex and release, and then release the knees kind of close to your chest. Relax your neck and take a moment as you breathe in and out. So in this same position, we're going to bring the right arm up and over. Exhale, flex the right elbow, rotate the shoulder, and then bring the top of the hands to your sacrum. Right arm goes up to the sky, reach to touch the mat overhead. Arm up, rotate the palm, flex the elbows, touch your sacrum. Inhale up, all the way overhead. Arm up, rotate, and then touch your sacrum. And then both knees together, use the palms to press gently. Walk your hands to come to seated position. Let's do the same thing, opposite side. So I am on my right side now. So Buddha pose. And we're going to begin with the feet together. Left knee goes up, leg up to the sky. Flex the knee, touch your foot, and then knees together. Open the knee, straighten the leg up to the sky. Flex, lower the foot, feet together, touch your right knee. One more. Open, straighten up to the sky. Flex, bring the knees together, relax your neck, the head down, and then bring the right arm up to the sky, towards the floor. Bring the left arm up, rotate, flex the elbow, and touch your sacrum. Inhale, straighten, bring the left arm overhead. Inhale, arm up, rotate, flex the elbow, touch your sacrum. Arm up to the sky, touch the floor overhead. Arm up, rotate the shoulder, flex the elbows, touch your sacrum. Both hands to touch, and slowly let's find our way to seated position. So have your blanket or your pillow to sit on the edge. And let's work here with shoulders up, back and down, shoulders up, forward, down, and back. Up to the ears, release, back and down. Up to the ears, forward, down, and back. One more. Up to the ears, back and down. and slowly release. Hands to your thighs and inhale, lift the chin up, rotate to the right, to the chest, inhale left and up, same direction, full rotation. So make sure that you are drawing that circle with your chin and take your time to create that nice full circle. Couple more rounds, same direction. And going to the opposite direction. Three more rounds, gently rotating the head and the neck, loosening up those muscles, and slowly return the head back through center. From here, I'm totally blind, I can't see with my glasses. Bring the right arm up and overhead. Place your right hand to your left ear and then slowly guide your right ear to your right shoulder and drop your left shoulder down. Holding position. Go back to the breath. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Gentle stretch on the side of the neck. Slowly bring the head back to neutral. Place your right hand to the back of the head. Rotate the chin so it's between your shoulder and your sternum. And then the cheek goes down towards your right collarbone. Hold and breathe. Inhale, return the head back through center, both hands to the back of the skull, elbows in, keep the upper spine straight, and then the chin goes to your chest. Inhale, lift the head, open the elbows, roll over your right hand down. Left hand goes down to your right ear. Take a nice inhale and exhale slowly. Guide your left ear to your left shoulder as you drop the right shoulder down. Hold in position. Use your breath. And release. Place your left hand to the back of the head. Rotate the chin slightly to the left and then bring the chin towards your left collarbone. Back to the full breath, please. And release, let go. And then again, both hands to the back of the skull, elbows in, chin to the heart. Inhale, open the elbows, arms out, down towards the floor, shoulders up, side out, release. Up to the ears, side out. One more. And hands behind you, have the feet wider than the hips with the knees bent. And let's do some windshield wiper movement here. Moving the legs from side to side. This little cushion is moving and moving from side to side. And then slowly return back to center. Sole of the feet together and the knees are out. Have some room between your pelvic floor and your heels, holding from the top of the feet. Lift the chin and exhale, lower the chin towards the chest. Relax your inner thighs, your hips muscles. Use your breath. And lift the head to neutral position, hands behind you, straighten both legs in front of you. And let's have the feet slightly separated and bring the toes in and out, in and out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Flex the knees and let's come to tabletop position. So Have your knees right under your hips and place your wrist right under your shoulders. And from neutral position, let's move the hips right to left first. Just some lateral movement of the hips. You're just feeling one side feels a little bit tighter than the other one or not. And then let's do a full rotation to the right, to the heels, to the left and forward. 2 more rounds, same direction. And going to the opposite direction, left to the heels, right, slightly forward. Just move like this. One last round, and let's come to tabletop position. From here, tuck the toes under, press, lift the hips, straighten the legs, heels towards the floor, chin to your chest, external rotation of the shoulders. And I tell you what, my calf muscles are feeling so good now with this stretching. Breathing in and out, heels up, knees down to table. And extend the right arm forward, left leg back. Engage the core, press your left heel. Keep breathing, don't drop your neck. Holding position, breath is moving. You are engaging the muscles of the core. Take a nice inhale, right hand down, left knee down. Keep the toes tucked, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Straighten the legs, heels down, chin to your chest. Breathing into the nose, exhale, inhale, heels up, knees down, back to table. Now extend the right leg back and left arm forward. Your left arm by through your left ear and your right heel in line with your right hip. Don't drop the neck. Keep the breath flowing. Breathing in and out, and lower your left hand down, right knee down, toes tucked, downward dog. Lift the hips, straighten the knees, heels towards the floor and heels up. Exhale, heels down and heels up and down. One more. Up, down, up. Knees down and top of the foot down, feet down, and then move the hips to Balasana, child's pose. Relax your forearms, your elbows towards the mat. Remember that not holding the head on the mat, off the mat. Place your block if you need to. And just use your breath, long and steady. Stretching the spine, both sides, all the way down to the sacrum. And slowly inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Step forward with your left foot and slide the right knee back. So we want to stretch the front of the right hip in this iliopsoas stretch. This not ideal, this little cushion I have here for my knee, but modification. Left knee over to your left ankle, hands to your left knee, elbows by your rib cage, and gently move the hips and the pelvis towards the front. Just find that nice opening on the right hip flexor. Right hand down by your left foot. Pick up the right knee off the mat and inhale, open and twist to the left. Sweep the left arm back, down, forward and up. Back, down, forward and up. Back, down, forward and up. Lower your left hand down. Straighten your left leg. Press with the right heel. Holding position. Deep inhale and exhale. Right heel up. Lower your right knee down. Left knee comes to meet your right knee. And we're going to step forward with the right foot. 90-degree angle. Left knee slightly back. Hands to your right side. Elbows in. Shoulders back and down. Hold and breathe through your left hip flexor now. And left hand down, pick up the left knee off the mat, tuck the toes under your left foot, and bring the right arm forward, up, back and down, forward, up, back and down, forward, up, back and down, both hands down. Straighten your right leg, press your left heel, chin to your chest. Hold and breathe. Nice, easy breathing. And then flex your right knee slightly, bring both hands to the front, and let's rotate the torso. So we're going to come to with the knees wider than the hips, hands towards the floor. Just make any adjustment if you need to here. Bend the knees slightly, bring the hands to the hips, engage the core, lift the torso, and I have to adjust my screen so you can see me fully. So we're going to start from having the knees wider than the hips, left arm goes up and overhead, and then move the spine to the right. And inhale through center. Relax your left shoulder down. Move the spine to the right and back through center and to the right. Back through center, lower your left hand down. Right arm goes out and up. Inhale, exhale, spine moves to the left and through center, to the left, through center. One more. To the left, back through center, both hands down, shoulders up, back and down. Heels, toes, toes, heels, toes, heel, and let's have the feet under the hips. Shoulders up, back and down. Hands together, close to the heart center. Let's come to breathing position, breathing the breath, moving the breath, sorry. Nice and easy. Noticing the arches of the feet, noticing if the weight is equally distributed, the front and back of the feet, out and inside of the feet. Breathing into the and exhale, arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive, fall forward, hands down towards the floor or towards the block. Flex your right knee, inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, lower your left hand down, flex your left knee, inhale, open and twist to the right. Exhale, right hand down. Flex right knee, open and twist to the left. Left hand down. Flex your left knee, open and twist to the right. One more time, each side. Flex right knee, twisting to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Flex your left knee, twisting to the right. Lower both hands down, holding from the opposite elbows. Bend the knees and relax your neck. Nice inhalations, full exhalation. And relax the hands, bring the hands towards the hips, engage the core, lift the torso, lift the chest, straighten both legs, and welcome to Samastiti. Again, hands to the heart center, back to your breath. Nice, easy breathing. And then lower the hands down towards the floor. Let's have the feet again wider than the hips. Rotate the toes of the right foot. Oh, I'm going that direction. Flex your right knee to 90-degree angle. Make sure that your knee is not collapsing in. Rotate it out. Left knee parallel to the back of the mat. Arms to the side. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Take a nice inhale, straighten. Exhale, move the spine lower to triangle, Utthita Trikonasana. Flex your right knee back to warrior two. Soften the shoulders. Don't collapse the knee inward. Inhale, straighten. Move the torso to the right. Lower the hand down. Inhale back to center. Flex the knee. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, straighten. Move the spine to the right and release. Back through center. Flex your right knee. Inhale, straighten. Move the spine to the right to triangle. Warrior two, one last. Inhale, straighten, move the torso to the right to lower to triangle. Flex your right knee, relax your shoulders, straighten your leg, rotate the right foot, and bring the left heel in. Same thing. Flex your left knee. Again, don't collapse the knee in, arms to the side, shoulders back and down. Take a nice inhale, straighten the leg and move the torso lower to triangle. And flex the knee and relax. Inhale, straighten. Move the arm, the torso, triangle. Flex your right knee, left knee, arms T position. Inhale, straighten, moving to the left. Exhale to lower. Coming up, flexing and releasing. Two more. Inhale, straighten. Move the spine to the left, lower. Back through center, flex. Last one. Inhale, straighten, moving to the left into triangle. Back through center. Warrior two. Straighten the legs, turn both feet forward, arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, hands towards the floor. Right hand to the floor, flex your right knee, back through center. Flex your left knee to the left, back through center. Just keep moving right, inhale through center. Flex your left knee, hips to the left and through center. Just move right to left and left to right. One last. Hands to center, hands to your hips, bend the knees, lift the chest, and coming to bring heels in, toes, heels, toes, and elbows come back to standing position. Let's find our way to the back of the mat. Okay, there you go. I have to adjust. Looks like my mat moved a little bit when I was doing this. Okay, from the back of the mat with the feet under the hips, inhale, float the arms forward and up. Swan dive, fold forward, hands towards the floor. Inhale, come halfway up, lift the chest away. Exhale to fold forward, relax your spine, nod your head yes, and shake your head no. Inhale, come halfway up, engage the back muscles, and then fold forward to release the spine. One more, inhale, hands below your knees, flat back, fold forward, and then walk your hands to the front to downward dog. Heels up, knees towards the floor, and then move the hips to child's pose and balasana to rest and breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And moving to tabletop position. Lower the elbows under the shoulders, forearms down, and then let's adjust so you can have your instead of having the knees under the hips, we move the knees back and then we move the hips forward to do supported plank. You can do that. If you want to work more, lift the knees up. I'm not doing that today. Knees down, keep the toes tucked, but keep the core engaged. We're hanging out here, but we're contracting the belly as we exhale. In the inhalation, we relax. Exhale, contract. Inhale, relax. Inhale, contract. Exhale, relax. Contract. Relax. Three more. Contract. Relax. Contract. Relax, and then lower the thighs, lower the pelvis, separate the hands, Sphinx pose. So your top of feet are flat and the flat on the mat, elbows under your shoulders. So from Sphinx pose, I'm going to give you two options here. So use the palms to press and lift the elbows and lift the chest up, and then lower the forearms and elbows down. This is so have some extension of the spine. Inhale, lift, drop the forearm, elbows down. Press the palms, pick up the elbows up, lower elbows down. Three more. Inhale from Sphinx up, flex and lower. Two more. Press and elbows up, lower it down. One more. Press and lift, and all the way down. Let's have the elbows down, make a little pillows with your hands, and then relax here and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your hips, your lower back, just some movement there. Let's take a moment. flex both knees. Have your knees wide as your mat and the soles of the feet are touching. Hands under the shoulders to press, to lift the chest off the mat. Lower the feet down and let's come to child's pose with wide knees. Sinking the hips to the heels. Back to the full breath. Walking the hands to the left with the right hand on top of your left hand, elbows down, forearms down. Take a moment there. Have a nice stretch of the right side of the torso. Moving slowly to the opposite side. And have a nice stretch now on the left side of your torso. And back through center. From here, move to table, right knee under right hip, left knee under right hip, move the hips to one side, and let's come to seated position again. So we're going to sit on the edge of your cushion, blanket, or towel, whatever you're sitting on. The fabric is kind of silky, and so it's I'm sliding here. Anyway, so here we are. We're going to sit here with the right leg straight, hug your left thigh into the chest, and then cross it over your right leg. Hug your left knee with your right arm, and then twist to the left. Look over to your left shoulder, holding position. And as you sit here, make sure your left knee comes closer to your right shoulder so you feel already the stretch on the IT band on your left side. Let's twist to the opposite side. Keep the legs where they are. Left hand to your left foot, right hand behind you. Holding position. Look over to your right shoulder. And do the twist and let's switch. Left leg straight, right knee flex, cross it over. Hug your right knee with your left arm. Twist to the right, look over to your right shoulder. Hold and guide the right knee towards your left shoulder. And switch and going to the opposite side, twisting to the left, look over to your left shoulder. And do the twist. Hands behind, feet wide as your hips with the knees bent. And let's do some windshield wiper movement here again. Just moving the legs and the hips from side to side. And solo feet together. Again, have some more room now between your pelvic floor and your heels. Arms going under your legs, each hand on top of each foot, round the spine, torus pose. Crown of the head pointing towards the feet. Hold and breathe. And lift the head, lift the chest. And from here, straighten your right leg out to the side and your left leg. You don't have to go super wide in your legs. Just feel comfortable and just be mindful about your inner thigh. So we're going to have the hands behind you, lift the chest, and we're going to lift the knees up, flex the feet, and then lower and press to the back of your legs. Knees up and press. Up and press. Up, press. Up, press one more, up and press, and then bring the legs together, flex the knees, and let's come to the front of the mat. Have your blanket, your cushion on the opposite side. So with the knees bent and the feet wide as your hips, we're going to round the spine first to stretch. So holding from your left wrist with your right hand, chin into the chest, and just feel the opening in between your shoulder blades first. Keep the chin in. and then lift the heart. Now grab your right wrist with your left hand and again round the spine and just open in between the shoulder blades, stretching the top of your rib cage, those muscles in between the rib cage. And lift the spine to neutral and place the hands, the wrist under the shoulder. So from here, we're going to, the fingertips are facing to the front. For me, that works. So some people works like fingertips facing back, but just see what works the best for your wrist. From here, press and lift the hips and look up, reverse tabletop, lower the sit bones down. Inhale, lift, straighten the elbows and look up. Don't drop the head down. And flex the elbows and drop the sit bone down. Inhale, open and lift and lower. And press and up and down. Two more. And press and lift, look up and lower. One last. Lift, look up and all the way down. Move the hips back and then have yourself again, farmer's pose. Just grab your left wrist with your right hand and stretch that wrist. And then grab your right wrist with your left hand and stretch that wrist. And then slowly lift the chest and make a fist and rotate the wrists in one direction and going into the opposite direction. And then slowly, let's find our way to land down to the floor, protecting the head and the neck always with the knees bent. Hands to your belly, some belly breathing here again. Taking the time to slow down the inhales and exhales. And hug yourself from the thighs into the chest. Lower the right foot down and then cross your left foot, place your left foot on top of your right thigh. Figure four, IT band stretch. Holding from the hamstring or the shin. Chin slightly tucked in into the chest. Keep the neck nice and long. And just work through this as you stretch the IT band on your left side. And release, left foot down, right foot on top of left thigh, holding from the hamstring or the shin again. Breathe. Lower your left foot down, straighten the right leg up to the sky, holding from the wherever you can reach, the toe, the back of the calf muscle, or the back of the hamstring, and just stretch the back line of your right leg. Flex your right knee, guide the right knee out, and just holding from the outside of the foot to half happy baby. And breathe here. And release right foot down. Extend the left leg up to the sky, again holding from the toe, the calf muscle, wherever you can reach. And just concentrate on breathing as you stretch the back line of your left leg. Flex your left knee, holding from the outside of the foot, left side, half happy baby. Right foot up and full happy baby now. Keep lower back flat in the mat as much as you can. Bring the sole of the feet together, holding from the feet, keep the feet off the mat, knees out. Getting ready for Supta Baddha Konasana, the reclined butterfly pose, but with the feet off the mat first. Just relax your inner thigh, the hips, the groin, the inner, the pelvic floor. And then we're going to lower the knees, the feet down with the knees out. And just hands to the belly, back to the full breath. Bring the knees together, extend your left leg to the front of the mat. Place your right foot above your left knee and let's twist to the left with the left hand outside of your right knee. Guide the right knee towards the floor to the left. Hold in the twist. And do the twist. Extend the right leg to the front. Flex your left foot. Place your left foot above your right knee. Right hand outside of your left knee. Twisting to the right. Holding position. And do the twist back through center. Extend both legs to the front and just with the feet together, pointed toes, bring the arms overhead, arch the spine, lifting the chest. So the lower back and the middle back are off the mat and then slowly lower it down towards the floor. And again, arms overhead, pointed toes, arching the spine. Have a nice extension of the lumbar spine, middle back. Take a nice inhale and exhale, slowly lower down towards the floor. One last. Inhale, reaching through the fingertips, arching the spine, grow taller, create space in between each vertebrae. Take a nice inhale, bend the knees, hug yourself, and hold it here. You can rock from side to side, give yourself a nice massage here. And return back to center. Bring the right foot to the right corner of the mat and cross your left leg over your right ankle. Arms overhead, grab your left wrist with your right hand. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, slowly move the spine to the right. It's our last lateral stretch of the torso. Back to the breath. Return the spine to neutral. Left foot up to the left side. Right leg over to your left ankle. Grab your right wrist. Inhale. And move the spine to the left. And spine moves back to neutral and do the crossing of the legs. Arms down by your side. Feet in, feet out. Feet in, feet out. Feet in and out. Just two more rounds there. And then relax your feet. Turn the palms up. Move the arms somewhere in between your hips and shoulders. Make any adjustment you need in between your shoulder blades, the entire length of the spine, in between your hips and your sacrum. Just make sure that you are super comfy there because we are now coming to our last pose. Welcome to Shavasana. Time to rest. Time to come into a full relaxation state. Closing the eyes. Just breathing naturally. Take your time to find calm in the body, calm in the mind. Be aware of all your muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Allow them to soften, to relax. And you're coming into a deep, deep and sweet rest. You are not following the voice, my voice. You are not following any instructions. You are just with your own body and your own mind. Allow the mind and the body to relax. Nothing else to do, no other places to go. And come into a deep, deep and sweet rest. Very slowly, please begin to deepen your breath. And bring some movement to the body gently, rocking the head from side to side, wiggling toes and fingers. Take a deep inhale and bring the arms overhead as you point your toes You grow taller one more time. Take a nice inhale through the nostrils. And so as you exhale, flex both knees, hug yourself, and then roll over to one side and pause there. Fetal position. It's like an extension of your Shavasana from fetal position. And the head comes last. Please find your way. Let's all sit together comfortably. Remember, if you feel you're fighting with a seated position on the floor, you can sit on the chair. You can elevate the hips some way so you are more relaxed in your lower back and the spine, shoulders back and down. Hands to your thighs and knees. Relax your elbows. Relax the muscles of your face and your jaw. Your eyes are closed. And again, with the feeling that there is nothing else to do at this moment, no other places to go. Let's take the time to go inward. And let's focus our attention, our heart center. Just visualize the heart, not just as a muscle, not just an organ that keeps us alive, but as a vessel of any positive feeling we can put in. Any positive feeling. Just maybe pick one specifically. Or you can go through a list of nice feelings that you can place them deep in the heart. And allow the feeling to grow, to become stronger. And allow those positive feelings to be there as a tool to remove any feeling that at this point is not longer serving us. Kind of flushing out. Keeping the heart light, open, at ease. We can transfer those feelings from the heart into the mind. And we can flush out any negative feelings that might be taking space in our minds at this moment, and we are going to replace them from with the same feelings we place in the heart, or maybe different ones. And allow yourself to feel lighter. Allow yourself to bring calmness in within you. Allow yourself to give you an inner smile. with these feelings in the heart and the mind. Let's move on with the rest of our days. And we'll bring the hands together close to the heart center. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And we all have peaceful, sweet thoughts to keep cultivating in our minds, in our hearts. And may all have peaceful, having sweet words to keep offering to everyone all the time. And may our actions always be inspired by love, sweetness, peace, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you very much for being here today practicing yoga. Namaskar. Thank you.